I'm Christina Howard outside of the Immigration and Refugee Board office where 24-year-old Abdoul Abdi has been granted a major victory. The 24-year-old Somali-born refugee will be allowed to serve the remainder of his sentence in a halfway house as opposed to an immigration detention center or a jail. We've been bringing you Abdi's story over the past several weeks, detailing how he came to Canada nearly 20 years ago, but nobody applied for his citizenship. The 24-year-old Somalia-born refugee was scheduled to be released from a New Brunswick prison earlier this month so that he could serve the remainder of his sentence in a community residential facility, commonly known as a halfway house. But CBSA officials intervened. Abdi, who has been convicted of aggravated assault, assault against a peace officer, theft of a vehicle, and dangerous driving as a result of a police chase, was to be held in custody pending a deportation hearing. Abdi, who came to Canada as a convention refugee with his sister and aunts, grew up in the Nova Scotia childcare system. He grew up in more than 20 foster homes, and nobody applied for his Canadian citizenship. As a result, he could lose his permanent residency and potentially be forced to return to a country where he doesn't speak the language and has very little, if any, ties. Today, he was granted a major reprieve. While immigration determines whether or not he can stay in Canada, he will be allowed to serve the remainder of his sentence for his crimes in the community. And once that sentence is complete in 2019, he'll be bound by a strict curfew, required to live with his aunt and report to CBSA every 2 months. Now, his aunt must also pay a $3,000 bond, money that she'll lose if he breaks any of those conditions. A deportation admissibility hearing date has not yet been set. In Rexdale, Christina Howard, City News.